Hey guys, welcome to CasinoRentals.net. All right, so today we're going to talk about chip management, not cards. So we'll put these aside. What is chip management? Well, let me tell you a little bit about what we do at Casino Rentals, okay? We are a for fun rental company. We rent blackjack tables, craps tables, roulette tables, poker tables, slot machines, bingo, the derby, all kinds of stuff, okay? So we rent tables for fun, company parties, summer picnics, weddings, fundraisers, poker tournaments, whatever it is. We bring out the tables, the dealers, everything. So you, being one of our dealers, need to understand chip management. Very important, because this is how your players have fun. So what do we do? So let's start with the fact that you want to make sure that your table is prepared and ready to go. Every table should have all the denominations. Let's go ahead and give you a $5 chip is red. $25 chip is green. The $100 chip is black. Purple, 500. Yellow, 1,000. Pink, 5,000. And orange is 10,000. Okay, so those are the chips that you should have in your tray. You only have a limited number of some chips, especially there's your 10,000. Not a lot, but a lot of value. So you want to make sure that your chips are clean and organized, starting from the outside in. Okay, let's go ahead and put these back. Always keep your chips clean. Okay, your tray is ready to go. Now, when you very first start, of course, all your players are going to come up and want to play. They're going to hand you a $500 bill. Looks something like this. Okay, so that's our $500 bill. We do them special for each client. And what they're going to do is they're going to walk up and go, "Hey, I want to play." And you can take their $500 bill. You're going to reach in your stack and you grab a pre-made stack in the beginning. After that, you're just going to have to give them chips of 500. So you count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 75, and you let it slope. Okay, 5, 25. So you count it back. 500. Good luck. Have fun. Make sure that you check with me before you leave so I can color you up. All right, let's have some fun. And you take your funny money and you put it behind the brochures, because your pit boss or floor manager is going to come by in a little bit and he's going to pick those up. Those are custom for each client, so we want to make sure we're able to give them back. Now, why did I tell them to color up? And color up is different than round up. Because let's say they've been playing pretty aggressive and they're doing well. They're having fun and they've got some chips in front of them. Okay. Now, imagine this times 7 players. You're not going to have much in your tray, and you need those for the whole night. So you want to make sure that you've done everything you can. Everything you can to manage these chips. So let's get you colored up, because they're going to go off and play craps now or roulette or something. Pull the chips towards you to the center area, okay, and stack them. You want to stack these now in denominations. So pull them, stack, 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 and count them out. So now and stacks of 500. 3, 4, 5. There's 1,000. Put that over there. Next stack. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 100. 2, 3, 4, 25. So that's 400. We want to get it to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 75. That will make 100. So now we have a stack of 500. Pretty tall stack, but stack nonetheless. And what do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 4. Okay, so that would be 45. So now we count it out. 500, 1,000, 1,500, $45. In your chip stack, there's 1,000. That's 15, 25, 35, 45. Now, I know that we could have just given them these, and you'll learn that over time. But right now, we are just cleaning things up. So take your chips, stack them back, tilt, stack, tilt, stack. Give them their chips. Good luck. Have fun. Thanks for playing. Okay, so that's how you do that. Now, how do you handle your chips? So we have a method called stack and swipe. Okay, I'm going to show you that. Let's grab a stack of hundreds. So whatever you're trying to create, let's say you're creating stacks of 300 because you're going to create your staffs, right? 1, 2, 3. Holding them like this, you stack it and swipe your thumb across. Stack, swipe, stack, swipe, stack, swipe. Okay, so let's do that one more time. Grab your stack, count out whatever number you're going to have, whether it's 3, 5, 7, doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, stack, swipe, okay, and then the extra. So that's how you stack and swipe and handle your chips. So of course you want to create your stacks for all your players. Now, there is a couple unique things, and you tell them this at every table. Craps table has different chips. These are all the same, but it has one other chip that's different, and so does roulette. And I'm going to explain those to you right now. So let's head on over to the craps table. And here we are at the craps table. All right, so welcome, player, and they've come up and they've handed you their chips. Now, normally they're just going to put them in their stack. This is all the way around. There's these little trays that they can put their chips in wherever they're playing at. But what does make this table unique? That is the $1 chip, okay? Because some of these different numbers have different odds. 6 will get you 7, etc., but you have to bet 6 or you have to bet 7. Well, then that requires the $1 chip. These are a gray and white chip, okay? Now, this, and only at this table, is when we will round up, okay? Because these chips, again, remind them, by the way, these chips are no good at any other table, so please see me before you take off. Always let them know you want to color them up. Again, you only have so many chips. You want to manage your chips. So let's say that they're done playing and they want to go play some roulette, or they want to go back to blackjack or play some poker, whatever it is. Ask them for their chips. Never, ever chase down a player. Don't chase them down, okay? But try and be persuasive and let them know, hey, make sure you turn in your chips before you take off. So now we're going to count out our chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5. There's 10, 11. Well, in this case, again, these chips are no good anywhere else. So we're going to color them up. So that would be 15. Grab your chips, put them back, hand them all their chips. Thank you for playing. Good luck. And then they go off to the roulette table. So let's head on over to the roulette table. All right, so here we are at the roulette table. What makes this table unique? Well, let's get some chips to our players real quick. Let's say they walked up and they've got, some money. They want to play, okay? So they come up and they say, oh, I want to play. Okay, great. As long as there is no action, they can bet. But let's say you got 5 players at the table, and this person wants to bet on the 100, and here, and here, and here, and then somebody else wants to bet on the 00 or the 0. Whatever it is, how are you going to know whose chips are whose? You're not. So how did they solve that in the casino? Real simple. Let's, again, back to chip management. Again, let them know, please see me to color you up before you leave. We have colored chips. So now, when they walk up, we give them $100 at a time in chips. So let's give them back their money. They give you $100. Which color would you like? As long as it's not already in play, of course, they can pick anything. So let's go with yellow, okay? We're going to give them $100 in chips. These are valued at $5 each. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? $25. Stack, swipe, and we need a few more. Okay? You show them. There's 5, 10, 15, 20. Take your $100 chip, put it in your tray, slide them their chips. Good luck. Now remember, please see me before you leave, because those chips aren't any good anywhere else. Let them know. You want to reiterate that, not only so they hear it, but all your other players hear it. Okay, so let's pretend we've got a couple players out here, and they're all playing different numbers. Okay, and we're just going to kind of hand out a few chips. Okay, so this person's going to play the 0 and the 2 and the red and the 12, and they like even numbers. And so since they're playing the 2, that's an even number. And let's play the 8, the 10, and we're going to play an odd number, the 17. Why not? Okay, and red, they also want to play the 0. They kind of feel like that might be a good luck. And they're going to play here, and they're going to play here, and they're going to play here, and here. And then you got your pink player, and they're going to play there, and they're going to play the 00. But they like to play the 2. And okay, so we got that. Odd. Okay, so now you got your players. What you do, and this is all going to be gone over in the roulette video, but just so you kind of see chip management. So you got your wheel spinning. By the way, this actually stays this way. I was just showing you the colors. Okay, so you got your roulette wheel. Spin it counterclockwise. Take your ball, and you want to spin it the right way. Spin it so it goes around. Okay, Let that spin for a moment, and then you're like, no more bets. Okay? Once it falls, once it lands, you can go ahead and slow it down. 23 red, 23 red. Boom. As soon as you place your marker, you want to swipe all the chips that are no longer in play. Now, 23 is a red. It's odd, but it's also in the second 12, okay? So, there's our odd. Those are no good. Those are no good. It is red. It's not even. So all of these, you just kind of swipe it, pull it, put it off to the side, okay? Then you pay your winners, whatever the odds are on paying them, okay? So you pay it, you pay it, you pay it, and you let them grab their winnings, okay? Once they grab their winnings, make sure they put it back at wherever they are. You say, oh, congratulations, and you take your marker, place it back at the top, and you allow betting to begin again. Now, while they're betting, you're managing your chips. So you grab your reds, your yellows, two-handed, stack them, put them back. Again, very important. Now you've got good, clean chips, and you're on to the next spin of the wheel, the next hand. Now, I did mention earlier about coloring up. Again, remind them, please don't leave with these chips. They're no good any other table, okay? But it's the end of the night. The pit bosses said, all right, no more spins, no more dice throwing, no more blackjack. We're wrapping it up. Last hand, last whatever, okay? All right, so when we wrap up, we round up. And because they can turn in their chips for raffle tickets, for whatever the prizes are that the client has or that we have or whatever, okay? And it's one ticket for every $500. Well, let's say this is your winner, right? So they got 3, 475. Oh, not enough for a ticket. Let's actually give them 525. Let's say they have 525, okay? 530. We're just going to be fine. Okay, so that's what they've got in money. Well, what we do is we round up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 530. That looks like 1,000 to me, doesn't it? Yeah, that looks like 1,000. Hand them a $1,000 chip. Take these chips back and manage. Put them back. So they're now in your tray, nice and neat. They can take that now to the Players Club, or if you are handling tickets, obviously you're going to hand them the ticket instead of the chip. But if somebody else is handling tickets, then they can take this instead of all of this. Okay, this is frustrating for the Players Club because now they have to count everything out. They've got 100 players coming up, and it's a lot of work, and this is a lot faster. They get this chip from the player, they hand them 2 tickets, it's done. They have to do this. Now they have to count out all the chips, clean them up, manage them, and handle 100 players. So this is vitally important that you round up at the end of the night. Now, again, if you're handling ticket distribution as well, because sometimes we do that, where you're going to not only round it up, but you're going to hand out the ticket because we have so many tables. So instead of doing this, you hand them 2 tickets, okay? Easy as that. Each ticket is $500. So that is chip management. I hope I was able to explain everything to you, got the good ideas of what's going on. And if you ever want in-person training, we do it every week down at our private training facility. We'd love to have you. Come on down, learn some roulette, craps, blackjack, poker, learn how it all works. We'd love to have you as one of our dealers. Thanks, guys.